Hey guys, welcome to episode 86 of Two Girls Chirping. I'm Lauren.
I'm Abby.
And you might see a paw or two under Abby's chair.
You can see him.
We are trialing leaving Teddy in the open. That was her audible to the call.
Yeah.
He's already knocked over a light, so we'll see. He's on a trust trial.
He'll go up pretty quick if he starts messing around. He'll find out.
Fair enough.
Oh, first and foremost, look at my shirt. My Aaron Frankel Paint by Romaine shirt came in. I don't know why I thought you'd be able to see it with me like this.
And the mics. Don't forget to show them the mic.
Oh, and our mics. Don't look too close though. I don't want anybody to see it too close because they're DIY'd and you can tell.
I like them. They're cute.
Thank you.
We're balling on a budget.
Look good for exactly.
Oh, right.
Okay.
What was it you said this morning that you wanted me to say in the episode?
It was about the Colorado Vegas series.
Okay. I'll wait to say it then. I just have one thing. Abby sent me a TikTok last night, and this was my response. Go get a Coke. My state Coke Zero is Colorado today. Is that a coincidence? I really fucking hope not. What state did you get?
New Jersey. It's episode 86.
Oh my God, you're right. It didn't even.
Oh my gosh.
It didn't even
Dougie.
clock into me.
I want to take a photo.
Yeah, Dougie next to the New Jersey Devil.
I'll insert it so you can see what we see. Okay. Anyways.
All right. So I am just curious if anyone can guess who I said this about. Current player in the Stanley Cup playoffs.
I've already forgotten.
I said this about a player in the playoffs, clearly. And it ain't going to be Vegas because I don't acknowledge that team. So that should help narrow it down to like 60, give or take.
Okay.
It is. His face is just the most beautiful blank factory setting features. Just overall pleasant to look at, but for no particular reason.
The way that we literally had this conversation this morning and I don't remember.
It took you like 3 or 4 guesses to get it this morning. Y'all let me know if you feel so inclined who you think I'm talking about. I will confirm if you're right or wrong.
Do you want me to try and guess or do you want them to try to guess in the comments instead?
You can guess, and if you say it right, just bleep it out. You get 3. You get 2.
Okay, so I remember I said Caden Gooley, but that wasn't right, so that doesn't count.
That does count as 1, but luckily you've got 2 left.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
Perfect. Slice eye. Before we get into P-Dub, unless you had any extra little things before P-Dub.
Nope.
I just want to say, so we talked about it last episode, Windy City, the book series, is getting a TV show. And people are starting to do their fan casts, and people are casting the most basic ass white men for Kai and Isaiah.
For Kai? Kai is not.
Well, here's the thing. I always pictured them as people of color.
Yeah.
100%. Just like off of vibes. And
how are they described in the book?
So I don't really know because normally whenever I'm reading a book and they're like, his long blonde hair, I'm like, nope. That's not how I pictured him in my head, so that's not.
I do a fair amount of
So I just like look over because I'm like, no. I've got someone in mind.
I do a fair amount. My initial thought, Kai should be played by the actor. Who was it that was in Reminders of Him, the Colleen Hoover movie?
Oh my God.
I didn't watch the movie. I watched
Tyrese Withers?
Yeah, that sounds right. Tyrese is definitely his first
Tariq
name.
Withers.
Yeah.
Oh, that, okay, because,
that's how I picture a man named Kai to look like. Just a beautiful man of color.
Because it's short for Malachi, and I've known 3 Malachis, and all of them have been mixed race. And one of them I had a crush on, even though I bullied him. I didn't bully him. I just told him he wasn't actually good at football, but now he's playing. Anyways.
Oh my God, I remember him.
Anyways, he's gone pro. He's in the NFL.
He?
Yeah.
The one that I was friends with.
No, this one was younger than me.
Oh, okay. Never mind them.
Yeah, he was like a grade below me, but we had Spanish together.
Oh, I'm thinking of Antonio.
Oh.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Antonio. No, he's a dad now.
Yeah, most people are.
Yeah.
Anyways, I haven't seen that movie, but one of our YouTubers made a commentary
about
it, and that's the only reason I've seen it.
Yeah.
I don't support Colleen Hoover's wacky ass.
I don't either, but he actually, I think, would be good for it. I don't know. It just threw me because I was like, wait, that's not how I pictured them in my head.
That's fair. I don't know. My thing is, and this is what I'm trying to keep in mind, we are going to record off campus after playoffs. Now, keep in mind, if off campus, it might happen sooner. Our original thought was to do it after the drafts, but honestly, if Vegas goes to the final, I'm not going to. I refuse to watch them. I'm not going to do it.
We haven't watched a Vegas game since they signed one of the Filthy Five, and I'm not going to start now.
Hell no.
Like, honestly, we were talking about it even this morning. Even if the Habs went and they are sweeping Vegas, I'm still not tuning in. I'm sorry.
You're not getting my viewership. That organization doesn't protect women, and the NHL protects men who endanger women. I'm not going to support that.
Yeah. So if it is Vegas in the finals, we might be doing, I mean, I'll still like give a recap. I'm not watching the games. I'll just be reading recaps and articles about it instead. But we might do a little, here's what happened in this series, but here's what happened in off campus.
Yeah, like a little tit for tat.
Yeah, kind of thing. But
a little 2-for-1er.
A little 2-for-1er.
Now, I do want y'all's feedback. We've talked about doing it two separate ways. So we've talked about just watching 2 episodes and talking to you just like we do our normal format here versus recording us watching it and then doing like a breakdown after the episode.
So here's because yes, but I also was thinking about this while you were doing yard work earlier. I'm thinking that it'll just be us sitting here recording, kind of recapping, giving our thoughts episode by episode, talking about various plot points. But I did think it'd be funny to film, and if we have like, you know, we're very expressive people.
Ain't no Botox around here, baby.
No Botox around here. My
face will belie my thoughts.
I didn't get ID'd at Trader Joe's, and I texted Lauren immediately, do I need to get Botox? Anyways, and just insert some like clips if we have a funny reaction to something. To be like, this was our authentic reaction.
Okay. Yeah. I feel like that is going to create a lot of work for you, but that's your cross to bear. Let's talk about hockey, unless there's anything else you want to speak on.
Well,
or bring up.
I have one other thing, but it's related to hockey. I meant to say it the other episode where PWHL Detroit was announced. The WNBA is also expanding to Detroit, so they're really growing the women's professional sports there. That's all.
It's a great time to support women's sports in Detroit right now.
Yeah, it is. It's a great time to be a women's sports fan there.
Yeah, I didn't. If you recall from last week's episode, my Victoire shirt got eaten up by by the washer. My replacement isn't here, so I've just got on my simple Montreal, Canada one.
I forgot you got that while we were there. Did I get like a shirt or a sweatshirt there?
Yeah, I think you got a sweatshirt. But if you're like, damn, Lauren looks paler than usual. Yeah, I am. Sorry, I had a melanoma at 26. I can't be playing around getting tan, and I don't like chemicals on my skin, so I'll just be pasty.
Yeah. Okay, P-dub. I know you saw it. Did you, listeners, see the Marie-Philippe Pellin, Laura Stacey photo shoot?
God, yeah, I sent this to you immediately.
It was so beautiful. Neither one of them, I don't think, have posted it on their personal socials. It was some photographer posted the photos, and I was like, Jesus Christ. Mom and mommy.
It was
mother and mom.
It's literally the best thing. It's top 3 best things I've ever seen.
It reminded me of
best photo shoot of all time, probably.
Their wedding
specifically
photos.
Slide number 3 is just like
their
so
wedding
dear to
photos
me.
Were beautiful.
They were beautiful, but I would argue that this photo shoot I love more.
Okay. You're allowed to think that.
Yeah.
Even if it's wrong.
I mean, it's joking. A subjective it's a subjective finding.
I was watching Where the Crawdads Sing today, and she calls her mom Ma. And I was like, I could see MPP being Ma. M-A.
No.
Okay, just kidding.
No, it's mama and mommy, like 100%.
I think it's, mama and mom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
I agree.
Ma, like, what is this?
Ma?
Little House on the Prairie. Oh my God. Netflix is making a Little House on the Prairie adaptation. You remember, because it popped up.
Oh my
and it's got,
God,
like,
yeah.
that really, he's an Australian actor. He
Sorry, I
is
just
too
had to kill a
fine and
gnat.
too young to be trying to act like he's Charles Ingalls. What the hell? I cannot believe in the big 2026 they're trying to bring back Little House on the Prairie.
Okay, speaking of moms, pivoting back to mother and mommy.
I feel like there was something else I wanted to bring up about it, but yeah, and they were trying to convince us, this is my last thing, that it was an age-appropriate relationship between Laura Ingalls and Manly. I can't remember what his God-given name was, but she called him Manly. She was like 16. He was like a grown man. It was so creepy.
The time period,
So creepy. And the casting, they made it probably accurate to the actual ages, because it was like, Laura Ingalls, you're a minor in every sense of the word. I know we were letting y'all get married at like the ripe age of 14 around here, but
Yeah.
that shit is cooked. And he was like a grown man. Yuck.
Oh, I didn't think about the actors' age differences.
I don't know what the actual ages were, but I just remember he was like a very, very, very much a grown man, and she looked like a child, like she was supposed to. And then
We got to get back on track.
Nellie, when Nellie found her man, it was such a beautiful thing. I actually had no hope for Nellie until, I think his name was Nelson. No, because that was her dad. Until that other guy came in and wrecked her shit. And
You got
I
10
loved them.
seconds.
Oh, I'm done.
Okay, back to hockey. Emma Emmerance Moschmeyer, if you will, her government name.
Jesus.
She posted some off-season reminders that I thought was very sweet, clearly for moms, but she was like, stretching counts as moving your body. Motherhood is strength training, both physically and mentally, and just like cute little things. I thought was very cute.
That's very sweet. I didn't know that.
Hockey comes back, these moments won't. Basically reminders to herself to live in the moment.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah. I was like, oh,
That's sweet.
that's sweet.
You want me to run through my list?
Do you have a bunch of P-Dub stuff? I
I've
just
got a
realized
couple.
I've been talking a lot other than...
I just finished like a 10-minute rant about Little House on the Prairie.
Okay.
You're
I've
good.
got a couple more notes, but I want to hear yours first.
So the Scepters head coach, Troy Ryan.
Oh, that was my next.
Troy Ryan is going to be the general manager and the head coach of
Yes.
San Jose.
Which he was the general manager and head coach of Toronto their inaugural season as well. So
I just don't understand why he has to be both. Clearly, he don't know what
They
the
got a
fuck he's
budget.
doing.
they. So
So we might want to bring in some outside help.
I did also have a note that it might be good for the Scepters because I don't know if they would have ever let him go, and I think they needed to.
I mean, they had a much better season this season
did,
than
it's
last season,
true.
but like,
Yeah,
I'm sorry. We gotta get him out of here.
I'm cold. I want to put my sweatshirt on.
Put your sweatshirt on. I'll
Okay.
keep talking. We have this insider information that's probably public knowledge, but Jessica Campbell, formerly of the Seattle Kraken, was in Vancouver this week. So basically, Golden Eyes head coach confirmed.
Oh my god, that would be so nice. I would actually. Oh, I would have so much FOMO.
I know that she's coming home to a Canadian team. Like, how could she not? She could take over Hamilton, but I mean, I'd personally love for her to go to Vancouver because I'm selfish. I'd be happy wherever she went, as long as it's not Vegas, because I'm sorry, I just have a lot of ill will in my heart. I'll see what their roster looks like, but that place just holds no good memories for me right now.
I feel that.
Then I've got Megan Dugan. Mm-hmm. She just got named as the Hamilton Grand Marshal, is what was about to come out of my
I'm
mouth.
pretty sure we talked about that last week.
They only released it 3 days ago, so no.
So we did not talk about that last week.
She is going to be the general manager of Hamilton. And then I've just got I've got 2 more stats, but they're quick ones. Pooh, she won the MVP of playoff trophy. Alana Kloss, I think that's how you say her name.
Oh.
She won that. Who's surprised? Honestly, I'd like to make a case really quick. I'm kind of surprised, absolutely no disrespect. Everyone knows how much I love her. She's mother.
Yeah.
I'm kind of surprised that she got it because I feel like Laura Stacey had more of a presence game to game this playoff than she did.
Yeah, but there's a lot that goes on in the locker room that I think also it's MPP.
Yeah.
I kind of was like, Abby Rock might be getting it.
Yeah. It was between the wife line. I knew it was
for sure.
going wife line most definitely.
Yeah. I also, this sweatshirt just does not look good, so I'm taking it off.
Do you want to go get another one?
Normally, whenever I turn the fan off, you come back in and you're like, why's the fan off? It's so hot in here.
Yes, because you are the only one cold. So you just need to wear, you're cold regardless. You're cold when it's 80 degrees outside. That's a you problem, not a us problem. So you got to put on the appropriate clothing for that.
I pay the bills here too. Speaking of paying bills, Steve O'Rourke with the Seattle Torrent they've parted ways, so he needs to find a new way to pay his bills. Mm-hmm. They do not have a replacement yet. He was the head coach for the Torrent.
They had a horrible season.
They did.
Horrible. I know it was their inaugural one, and honestly, the Golden Eyes can't really speak because they both kind of had a really rocky season, which is fine for an inaugural season.
Yeah.
You're building something, but I am not actually really surprised about that one.
No, me neither.
I'm pretty surprised that they haven't fired the Golden Eyes head coach.
Maybe they're waiting for Jessica Campbell to sign a contract.
I know I would be.
Yeah.
Do you have a note about the Triple Gold Club?
The MPP is a part of?
Not just her.
A lot of people, actually, yeah.
You have a note about it?
I don't have a note about it, but you can tell me about it.
Okay. Spoiler alert.
That's all of my PW notes.
So the Triple Gold Club is an Olympic gold, an IIHF World Championship.
International Hockey Federation.
Yeah. And a Walter Cup winner. So previously, there's only been 13. They're all Minnesota Frost players, as you can imagine, because they're the only ones that have won. Now we've got some fresh blood.
Transferred, traded.
You said that last episode, too.
I did.
I don't think either one's wrong. One of them's a technical term, but they both fit.
Yeah.
Just like MPP Laura Stacey and Debian, Aaron Ambrose, and Haley Shkamura.
Schmira?
Shmira? Is it Shmira?
What's it spelled? Let me see.
SCAMURRA. Skamira?
Dang, you're Skamara.
Skamira? Haley. They're all now a member of the Triple Gold Club. She's the first one to ever... She got 2 of them this year. So she got her Olympic gold this year because she's the only Team USA player on the Victoire. And then also the Walter Cup. Speaking
of mispronouncing names, I swear during the regular season, the broadcast pronounced Dara Greg's name Dara Greg. Mm-hmm. But in the playoffs, they've started saying Dara. And I was like, have I been saying it wrong this whole time? But then like the accent changes and it comes out differently. So I don't know. I might have been saying that wrong the whole time. And we did a whole episode on that family.
But the thing is, if the announcers are saying it the same way we are most of the time, then we're probably right.
That's the thing is like every once in a while I pick up on how the announcers say a name in any given game. And I'm like, whoa.
Yeah, I'm like,
have I been saying that wrong that whole time?
Yeah, I can relate. All right, game 3, Victoire versus Charge.
Whoa, I'm not there yet. I do have one funny thing to say about the NHL. That is to my thumbprint.
Great, because I love to laugh.
This is just piggybacking off of, well, first of all, the Canucks have fired Adam Foote and 3 assistant coaches.
It's not enough.
No.
But that's a good start.
This is piggybacking off of the content creator. It was actually Going Off Sides is the account that was like, if you get a penalty shot on an empty net goal, you should have to take the shot anyways. This was a comment that I meant to talk about when we talked about that, but I forgot, and I was cleaning up my screenshots, and it still made me giggle, so I want to talk about it here. But it says, my stupid proposal is when you beat a team in playoffs, you get to take one of their players for the rest of your run.
I do like that.
And let's add a little whimsy. That would be fun.
I think it would be so much fun. If they're not going to give
Oh
us
my gosh.
jailbreak goals in the NHL, then let's just do that.
Can you imagine the Habs beat Tampa? Come with us, Hagel.
You think they'd be pulling Hagel?
I do after that playoff run.
Nah, fam.
But also, like, someone being... just the idea of them being like, we're going to take Nick Suzuki.
I think it would be fun for sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Just like a little loan, you know?
Yeah, because it's just for playoffs, and then... because then you get a cup, but not with the team.
That's when it starts to get messy.
And then you'd have 3 extra players. People get injured in the playoffs. You pick the best player off that team.
I'm telling you, it would really help the Avs right now since they have no fucking defense.
I was just thinking the exact same thing. Okay, P-Dub Walter Cup Finals. We got game 3 and 4 to recap, right?
Yep.
Alrighty. Okie dokie.
I only have one note on game 4. I have a couple on game 3. You want me to do game 3 and then you can just fill in the gaps?
You do your game 3 and then fill in the gaps.
In the first period, MPP got called for hooking, but Emily Clark just grabbed her stick and held onto it the whole time. I was like, she was involuntarily hooking her.
Yeah, I did. I do remember seeing that.
But it's fine because the Charge didn't score on that power play, and at the end of the day, it all came out in the wash. Then 7 minutes into the third period, because nothing really happened in the second period.
But yeah, they were scoreless after the first 2 periods still.
Yeah. 7 minutes into the third period, I wrote number 16 on the Victoire scores because we kept rewinding to try and see what her name was.
Haley Schmier.
Yeah. I never went back in and added it. Now I feel bad.
If you know how to pronounce her last name, please let us know.
Is it a Schmier or is it Ska?
Schmier. I think it's a Ska because there's no H.
I think it's Skamira.
Is it Skamira or Skamora?
I mean, there's a U. Oh, there's a U.
Skamara.
Anyways, 5 minutes after that, or not 5 minutes after that, because we're only 7 minutes in, but 5 minutes remaining in the third period, Hemp scores for the Charge. Then Rebecca Leslie, who just she has come alive in the playoffs, or at least she did at that point. Because she had gotten her first playoff goal.
She's been incredible in the playoffs.
A game prior, I believe. It was game 2. And she was not to be undone, so she literally scored with 54 seconds left and put the Charge up 2-1, and they won.
Yeah, I only have a couple things to fill in. 15 seconds into the third period, Ottawa had a bunch of really good rebound shots right in front of the net, but Dabian...
brick wall, if you will.
Yeah, it was weird. I mean, it was great. And it looked beautiful because Dabian's at like the tip of the blue. And there are 2 other Montreal players in the net behind her ready to also. I was like, we basically got 3 goalies right now.
Basically. And the refs didn't have a single problem with it.
They said, you've seen the V fly from. I can't. Anywho. Yeah, Victoire striked first. It was a rebound off of the backboards and into the net. It was a really funky goal. Not mad at it.
Funky goals still count. I love it.
Also, that game had a playoff attendance record of 16,894 people. And the Peyton Hemp goal that tied the game, she literally just came out of nowhere. She did. She just appeared. Even the announcers commented on it. Yeah, she started the rush, kind of disappeared, came out of nowhere and scored. And it was her first playoff goal, yeah.
I loved it. I didn't want the Charge to get swept. I was also right because I said that the Charge was going to win game 3. So another thing I'm right about. I can see into the future. So they deserve to win one. I knew they weren't going to. I didn't think it was going to go to game 5 just based on how the Victoire were playing.
Yeah.
Or the Victoire.
I am glad they didn't
say it how the announcers do. The Victoire.
That's another one that I'm like, Victoire is how it should be pronounced.
But it is not how the announcers say it.
Anyways, the Rebecca Leslie goal came with just 54 seconds remaining.
I said that.
Okay. And it immediately went under review for a hand pass off of Brianne Jenner's hands. It would have been overturned. They would have gone to overtime, no doubt about it. But the commentators had a little back and forth a bit. One of them said, "Look at the crowd. They know what the call should be." And the other one said, "Well, yeah, it's Charge fans."
Which was just so freaking funny. It was so freaking funny.
It was hilarious to me. But yeah, it was a good goal. They won the game. Game 4.
And we got to see a storm surge, which I always love a storm surge.
I do too. Honestly, just like the surge and charge, it just makes more sense.
Yeah. I also love, it could get old really quick, but I love the little thing they play right before.
Charge!
Yes, I love it. It's so cute to me.
It is cute.
Now, if an MNHL team was doing it, it would probably send me over the edge. But for some reason, just the vibes of it in the playoff series, I just loved it.
Listen, one time we went to this baseball game as a family, and there was just this one guy that ruined the game for everybody in our section who
He was wasted.
Oh my God.
Wasted.
And every time they would do that, he was just screaming at the top of his lungs, "Charge."
Just your
and I was just like,
your average overweight white bald man with a goatee and a red face.
yeah. And multiple people were like, "Bro,
Shut the fuck up." He did not.
He did not. No. If anything, he got louder. Anyways,
And me, I'm
4.
the type, I leave that event because I'm not going to put myself through that. But no, our family wanted to stay. So I just had to suffer through it.
Yeah.
And I hate baseball.
Okay, well, we're pivoting back to hockey. Game 4 in Ottawa. Spoiler alert. Montreal won in a very dominant fashion. They secured the cup with 4-0.
The Charge didn't stand a chance.
No, it was crazy. And the thing is, it wasn't that Ottawa was playing bad. Montreal was just playing so well.
Yeah.
First period, my first note, I still can't believe that Laura Stacey is playing tonight. Big dog things.
She's so tough.
She is really tough. So Madvi for the Montreal clearly boarded Katarova, but nobody scored on any power plays, actually, I don't think, in this entire game.
One thing about the power plays is they really didn't do much in this playoff series.
Someone, spoiler, had a jailbreak goal.
Yep.
But I don't think anybody scored on the power play. And they were scoreless after the first period, which had me thinking, oh, we're going into overtime. In the second period, about 4 minutes in, Abby always want to say Roque, Abby Rock.
Whose face is healed up.
I know. Scored her third postseason goal, putting Montreal up 1-0. And truly, it was like one of those you blink and you miss it. I don't think Ottawa was expecting it. I wasn't expecting. I rebounded like 3 times because I kept like, oh my God. There was a very, very unlucky bounce, and it went right under Phillips.
Abby Rock has had some really interesting goals.
There were a lot of really wacky bounces.
She's like scoring off her face. Just crazy.
She really is. Yeah. It almost looked like she was trying to pass it to Pooh, and it just like bounced in, and she ended up scoring. What the fuck is this name?
It's a hard one.
No. I think I just spelled it wrong. This is what I get for taking notes while I watch the game, because half the time I'm not even looking. Wisniewicz, I don't know. Ottawa almost tied it with a shot off the post, but they didn't score a single goal. And then the third period, 3 goals were scored to just secure a victory for Victoire.
Oh, for the Victoire.
Victory for the Victoire.
That was nice.
Oh. Title of the episode. MVP was called for interference, and so which it's crazy because the website, like the PWHL box score, says goaltender interference, but no, it was in the corner. It was on Gabby Hughes. 100% though interference. It was a good call. While she's in the box, Abby Rock scored again a jailbreak goal to give them a 2-0 lead, and honestly, I was surprised by this as well. All of the Montreal goals I was kind of shocked by. Ottawa had control of the puck for the majority of the power play, but
She just couldn't do it.
Yeah, Abby Rock got the puck out and backhanded it in, and it was kind of crazy. Actually, post-game, they asked Pooh about that specific goal, and she said, I think I peed a little in the penalty box. I also, though, you would think, oh, they're up 2-0. This isn't winning it. But the PW literally never know. So even when Maggie Flaherty scored for Montreal with 6 minutes remaining, I still was like, we're up 3-0, but that doesn't mean that we're not going to lose this game. But then,
and they felt the same way, apparently.
Yeah, but then Lena Lunchblom scored again for Montreal to put them up 4-0. It was her first postseason goal, and she would, spoiler alert, she's also the first Swedish player to ever win a Walter Cup.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah. And there was only 4 minutes and 16 seconds remaining. Ottawa pulled their goalie with 3.5 minutes left in the game.
Yeah.
I wanted to vomit, but honestly, their defensive play was incredible.
Yes. I do think it was one of the times that it did work out.
It was, I mean, they basically had a goalie in net. Who was it? Roy Gilday was standing in front of the net at one point when Montreal had control and taking shots, and she took a shot off of her chest. A couple, I think. It was just amazing to watch, and honestly, even the Ottawa crowd was on their feet cheering.
Oh, the crowd was so loud.
Yeah.
And like,
It was
game
incredible.
4. It's do or die.
Yeah.
Lay it all on the line, if you will.
Yeah. And then, what do you know? Montreal won.
Yeah.
It was beautiful. I got emotional.
So beautiful.
I watched the replay and I got emotional again.
I loved it.
Yeah.
And then I rewound and screen recorded the last couple minutes and most of the celebration.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, because apparently I'm 80 years old.
Well, no, I
but
was
like the
gonna ask.
PWHL edits out so much. I was like, no, I
Yeah.
want to be able to remember exactly what happened.
It's not in the recording online anymore.
It's in my cellular device.
Period. If you send us $5, we will send you.
Yep.
And they took the cup to the the Canadian Grand Prix. The F1 race was in Canada this weekend.
Yeah, which is crazy. I mean, it's just such a good time to be in Montreal. To be a Canadian right now.
Yeah. Lance Stroll almost hit a Marshall.
He is beyond hope.
Yeah. Yeah.
But hey,
For sure.
when you're rich enough in that sport, you can just drive as long as you want.
I don't even think he wants anymore. I think he's just doing it out of habit now.
Yeah, I mean, he's been training his whole life for it.
Yeah. It's
What
just
other
like,
skills does he really have, you know?
apparently he's good at tennis.
Allegedly.
So I do have...
He's really nice, and he's really great at giving thoughtful Christmas gifts. And I wish that someone would give him a good Christmas gift on the grid, for the love of God.
Yeah, which, like, I don't really think they make an effort to get to know him.
No, and from my understanding, he seems quiet.
Yeah.
But it could just be that there's so many louder personalities on the grid.
Yeah. Anyways,
But like him and Alonso, they just...
We're not Lance Stroll haters. I think he's probably a really nice person. From the sounds of it, everybody says he's really nice and quiet. I just don't understand why he's still in F1.
Everybody on like the Formula One media track and Formula One influencers is who we're referencing.
Yeah.
We clearly do not know him personally.
No, I don't know that man.
The closest I've gotten is seeing his garage.
Yeah, we saw him.
His literal garage.
At the circuit. We saw him
in the Netherlands.
Wow, that was actually crazy. Sometimes I think about that and I'm like, wow, we were on that track.
We were right up on it.
Eating hella fried fish.
I can't remember who we saw. We saw a couple drivers in real life. Like walking in. Anyways.
I have a little snip of a Jocks and Jills episode that had Laura Stacey and Aaron Ambrose immediately after winning the cup.
Just oozing aura the whole time.
Literally.
Beers in hand. Goggles on.
Literally still in their gear. And they asked Laura Stacey about the whole injury in game 2 and how that was actually like. And they said, when you got hurt, did you know that Pooh kept going and checking at the bench to see if you were okay. And she said, no, I didn't, but I did know when I was like screaming on the ice, she kept asking for the ambulance. And they go, oh, really? She said, yeah. She was like, get the ambulance. And Alex was like, who's their medical trainer? No, I got this. And Pooh was like, no, you don't see her face. Or no, you don't. I see her face. And I was just like, oh.
She hit that panic so hard, which made me panic as a viewer.
I was like, oh, that's bad. And then they showed Pooh's face and I was like, oh,
I was like, oh my God.
Cooked.
We'll see you next season, Diva.
I cannot believe she came back out. Also, Aaron Ambrose in the interview was like, meanwhile, I sat there and I was like, Laura, you're good. And did a little twirl around her.
It was so funny. The delivery of how she said that sentence was just so funny.
If somebody was like, how many times have you watched that clip? Yeah.
I've watched it at least 5.
Enough.
At least 5.
Oh, yeah.
That I'm willing to own up to. I'm sure I've seen it more than that.
Oh, yeah, I feel that. Okay. MNHL.
I've got my weekly side quest this week. This
is a weekly segment now?
Yeah, I mean, I've done it 2 weeks in a row, so I was like, well.
Wait, then I have a silly goose.
You want to speak on... I've got to stop saying that. I was listening to the last episode and I was like, stop saying speak on it. Just say, do you want to say it?
Speak on it. I'm going to speak on it.
Say it.
So my silly goose, I think I'm going to do, I believe it's Abby Rock that was trying to drink out of the cup. And instead the beer just went straight over her head. And all the people in the background were just dying laughing. Now I get why they have goggles. I've always been like, why do teams celebrate and they've got goggles? That's why.
It's a hazard.
That is a hazard. And it's practical. It's not just because we're cool. It's practical.
Yeah, I loved it.
Okay. Your side quest.
This one's kind of a sad one. R.I.P. to Will Mack's joint TikTok account.
Yeah, I did see
Macklin has been kicked off the joint TikTok account. It is just Will Smith Hockey. And he chose his name to be Will Smith Hockey, which I agree with.
Yeah.
R.I.P. I don't like it.
It's also like Will Smith Hockey too, because someone's already got Will Smith Hockey.
I just don't like it. The people are speculating that they had a friendship breakup. I just thought it was like a long distance thing.
Yeah. I don't feel like it's that deep.
Me and Emma were talking about it. I mean, Will's out here like going to church, baking, doing a Jeep ad or something. He's having a completely different summer experience than Macklin is. Macklin's over here freaking Captain Canada. With Sidney Crosby and John Taffer's our assistants. Like, what is that?
I also just think it was probably something that was created for like 1 or 2 TikToks.
Which is what they have.
Yeah, they posted like 1 or 2 TikToks. It's been months since they've posted anything and probably just were like, eh.
My thing is, if anything happens to them, if they do have a friendship breakup, I'm just going to channel all of my San Jose Sharkness into Tyler Toffoli and their adopted son, Misa, who's just like vibing with them the whole summer.
I saw some gossip about Michael Misa.
What?
Just that him and his, because you know there's that Twitter followers tracker.
Oh, yeah.
And every once in a while, there's this one girl that keeps up with it, and every once in a while she'll post something and be like, well, Michael Misa and his girlfriend broke up and unfollowed each other, and within 24 hours he followed like 13 Instagram models.
Yeah, trash behavior.
Yeah, he's also like 18.
Yeah, he's a child, which I'm not making excuses,
and
but I'm like, that feels like a very teenage type relationship.
Yeah, I'm like, that's a child though. Anyways, I don't know. I'm like, I've only got a few
beat his
things.
ass if he did anything. I truly do believe
I don't know
that.
how Michael Misa fits into all of that. You know? Like, I know Will Mack and Toffoli are close, but I'm like, where's
Michael Misa basically is their adopted child. Like, lives with them, is with them all the time. He's spending the summer with them.
Okay. He's the new Mac.
He is him and the Toffolis are what the Martins and Schaefer are.
Okay.
Like that That's how that
No one will ever
bond
live up
is.
to the Martin Schaefers of it all, but
No,
I understand.
They're so cute, Abby. You just need to look a little bit deeper into
Okay.
it. The San Jose Sharks
You
are so
gotta
dear to me.
dig a little deeper.
Speaking of digging deeper,
The Avs need to
Max-
dig the fuck in.
so I was just going to say that Max Domi is out indefinitely. He's had complications from a surgery that he had in the offseason.
Yeah.
So the Leafs released a statement this morning that said he's out, ? I really like him.
It was also an injury that he got during the regular season that he was having surgery on postseason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also like Max Domi. He's a menace I don't like playing him, but seems like a chill dude.
Enjoy your respite.
Yeah,
Get better soon.
Hope you're good. All right, Colorado, Vegas.
I wouldn't know. The only thing I have about that, Cale Makar out for the first 2 games.
Yep.
Evil is up 2-0.
3-0.
That's literally it. Yes. Fuck my fucking life. They had it until the 3rd period.
Story of this fucking series. Disrespectfully, so Cale Makar is out with an upper body injury. He's back now.
You can
but
have my shoulder. I don't need it. You can have it.
I'm like, this is the playoffs. Laura Stacy's wife was calling for an ambulance, and she came back that game, and now they have a cup.
Thumb 1 was putting Thumb 2 into bed last year because his groin injury was so freaking bad.
I'm also like, you know that the drugs that they have access to in the NHL are the best of the best that you can legally get. And honestly, sometimes I'm like, there ain't no way that's legal.
Literally
Give
just
him
head
some
down to
drugs.
the Chevron across from the hospital I work at, and you can get some of the best crack of your life. And no one ever overdoses there. And that place stays booked and busy. I take care of a lot of homeless people. They talk.
I know. I was just like,
I just like for them to spill the tea. I'm a safe space.
Yeah. Mark Stone was also out for Vegas, but those are not equivalent in my eyes. So Vegas won game 1 4-2. Mitch Marner scored his 19th point of the playoffs in that game. He's got 7 goals and 12 assists after that game.
Yeah, because he wasn't the problem at the Leaves.
Yeah. And Jared Bednar, the coach of the Avalanche, said there's definitely a trickle-down effect of Makar not playing, but he's not playing and we have to find a way. Update, they are still searching for that way because in game 2, Vegas won 3-1. After the first and second period, the Avs led 1-0. And then the third period, they allowed Vegas to score 3 goals in less than 10 minutes, including an empty netter.
And see, this is where it would be helpful to have a trade rule because they clearly need a better goaltender.
Yeah.
Right now.
Makar was also out during that game. Mm-hmm. Colorado lost both games at home to kick off the series. Woohoo!
They literally just walked in and called their dad a bitch, and then left. That's what the Vegas did to them. They just like walked in, dog stomped them, and then curb stomped them, I guess. I don't know what.
No, they straight up curb stomped them.
They curb stomped their ass and left.
Yeah. So I said they need to get it together or I won't be watching the finals this year.
I'm going to be so fucking really pissed off if I don't get to watch the finals. But that's how it's looking because they're going to have to win every game.
Yeah. So game 2, the like recap because I didn't watch it because I refused to watch Vegas. We've talked about this enough this episode. They said winning twice at Ball Arena, the Golden Knights put the President's Trophy, blah, 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 blah. Anyways, since 1982, road teams that started 2-0 have won the conference finals every season.
Kill me.
So.
Put me out of my misery.
Let this be the year of breaking records. It's a steep hill, but please God. It's Colorado. They're known for their hills and their mountains.
They love to be a comeback hero.
Yeah.
And I'm begging you to clock in right now.
Yeah. Bednar said the urgency to get Makar back, there's a ton of urgency to get Makar back. Obviously, he's doing all the work he can possibly do to get back as fast as he can. He did come back for game 3. And honestly, I checked in after the first period and I was like, oh, this is a good sign because so Mark Stone was back and Cale Makar was back. The Avs ended the first period up 3-0. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. And then they allowed Vegas to score 5 unanswered goals.
Even in the second period, I was like, it'll be okay. Like, it's not over yet. And then I checked the score after the third because I was like, you've got to be fucking kidding me. There's no fucking way.
So
and
this is what my notes actually read. Literally, what the hell is going on with the Avs? It's frankly embarrassing. At this rate, Colorado is getting swept, and I'm not watching the finals with them in it. They would need to win every single game left in the series to progress, and that's so unlikely. To add to the bad news, Nathan MacKinnon took a puck to the knee in the second period and needed help off the ice. But he did come back and play the rest of the game. Hopefully he's not out. We're fucked.
This is not...
Yeah.
This is not what I want. This is not what I planned.
And I just have to say, I do not understand. So on to the Carolina-Montreal series. Unless you had anything else to say about Vegas and Colorado.
I'm just like so fucking pissed off. It's so fucking annoying. It's just kick rocks and die.
So we are treating the Carolina-Montreal series as our Stanley Cup finals because I refuse to accept anything else. Did we talk? We haven't talked about any of this yet, of this series. No, because they secured it. Oh, so
all I have is my first note is Montreal Buffalo Game 7, all caps. I'm a witch, confirmed.
Yeah, we do need to.
And then I have a note about the game-winning goal, but it's simply just who scored it, and he is our saving grace.
I've got some. Montreal played a cleaner game, which thank God, because they were given power plays out left, right, and center, and that's how Buffalo was beating them, and that's the whole reason we have a Game 7. But
yes, they love a Game 7.
Yeah, Zach Bolduc scored on the power play. Philip Deneau scored as well during the first period. Buffalo scored in the second, and then Rasmus Dahlin tied the game with 13 minutes left in the third. Buffalo thought that they scored about 10 minutes in to the third period as well, but Wes McCauley immediately waved it off. The whistle was blown right before the Buffalo player circled the net and got the goal. And, well, okay, let me back up. There's a Buffalo player, circled the net, shot the puck. Dobej made the initial save. They blew the whistle, but the puck was still moving out from underneath Dobej and went into the goal. But they had blown the whistle already. So, honestly, Buffalo was robbed of a goal.
Well, they should have got it in initially.
Who am I to question the ref? In my opinion, though, I do think that Buffalo deserved to have a goal. So,
I disagree.
Overtime, I disagree as well because
the rules are rules. If the whistle is blown, the puck is dead. It doesn't matter where it goes after that.
Yeah, I just think it's bad reffing.
I can't say anything about the reffing. It's been so friggin' hit or miss.
It's out of my hands, and Montreal has progressed. So who am I to question the refs?
Ultimately, the outcome justified the means, and that's utilitarianism.
6 minutes into overtime, Dobej had a great save on Thompson. It left him without a stick, which had me pissing myself a little.
It actually makes me nauseous talking about it again.
But then he ended up getting his stick back. It was fine. I have a note in all caps bold. Has the crowd been standing this entire overtime so far? And I think the answer was yes. And I think that they stood the entire overtime. Alex Newhook scored 11 minutes and 22 seconds in to send the Habs to the conference finals.
Literally our saving grace, Alex Newhook. Whatever he's making, double it.
Yeah, it was another Game 7 clincher by him. He scored the Game 7 OT win in the Tampa series as well. Mm-hmm. And then I said, oh, God.
He's been everything to us, honestly.
Honestly, yeah.
He's been one of the most consistent players. Him, Dobej. Mm-hmm. Honestly, Evans has been a great help. Anderson has been amazing. All of them have clocked in.
Anderson.
We've got Matheson over here whispering sweet nothings.
Yeah, this team.
They're so much better this season than they were last season.
They're so much better than they were 2 years ago. I mean, yeah, I guess they are better than last season too. But I'm just thinking about when we first got into hockey and we first became Montreal fans, and then where they are now, and I'm like, oh. I feel like I just watched my baby graduate high school.
Yeah, because we were standing with them when they were still shit. And people were like, they are not making playoffs. And I was like, they are.
And I paid an Etsy witch to get them there.
And I'll do it again.
And I need to find what Etsy witch I paid because I got another request. And then Marty St. Louis post-game in a press conference, they asked him what was going through his mind after winning that series. And he goes, well, I was thinking of my mom a lot during overtime. I just wanted to thank her.
That's the type of shit that makes me cry.
Because I want to say that was on Mother's Day. Was it not?
I want to say it was because it was on that Sunday. Was it not?
It was on the Monday.
So basically Mother's Day.
So the day after Mother's Day, but still. Okay.
Every day is Mother's Day if you just think your mother.
Yeah. Period. Carolina, Montreal.
I was shocked by game one.
Honestly.
I haven't been so shocked in my life.
Yeah.
I've only got 2 notes on it, but you can run the analysis of the game.
I was just going to say, for reference, we're filming on Monday. I don't think we've said that yet. So game 3 is tonight. And wow. In my head, it was like 5 p.m., but it's like 2 o'clock.
Yeah, it's 1:46.
That really threw me. Yeah, they play in a few hours. Game 1 in Raleigh. Montreal shocked me. They won 6-2.
It was beautiful.
Now, Carolina hadn't played in 12 days. 11 days, if my math is right. They hadn't played. And that is an NHL record for the most downtime during playoffs since 1919, the founding season, if you will. And I said both my dream and my nightmare.
Well, I knew that they were probably going to come in rusty because they've had too much downtime.
Yeah.
But holy shit, they came in fresh off basically a 2-week vacation.
Yeah.
And the Habs were the only one that clocked into work that day.
Dude, they looked slow in the first period. Montreal, okay. I am very interested in this series, and I do think it's going to push a game 7.
Yes.
But Montreal did win every single regular season game against the Canes.
Yeah, exactly. They dominate the Canes in the regular season. And they're coming in on a heater. The Canes are coming in cooled off.
Yeah, it was...
Cooled off and a bit cocky, to be honest.
Honestly, yeah. Seth Jarvis scored 33 seconds in, and I wasn't really surprised, but the rest of the game did surprise me. Montreal then scored 4 goals in the first period.
Cole Caulfield, not a first period team either.
They are not a first period. They're a good second period team, and then they hold on for dear life in the third.
Mm-hmm.
Cole Caulfield scored pretty quickly after that Jarvis goal to tie the game. Then Philip Deneau scored 4-on-4 just 9 seconds in to the 4-on-4. Honestly, Jacob Slavin kind of had an assist on that goal. Yeah. Yeah. And then the other 2 goals were Alex Texier and Ivan Demidov, which they called him Ivan. And I was like, who?
Who the fuck is Ivan?
Anyone named Ivan. That's
Do you mean
Vaughn.
Demigod or Demidov? Those are his allowed names. Fuck out of here.
They said Ivan, and I literally was like,
I don't know.
Oh, they're talking about
I don't know
Vaughn.
that man. I don't know who you're speaking of.
Yeah. Second period, Eric Robinson scored the only goal, and the game was still 4-2 Montreal, so it still wasn't really.
They thought they were playing the Habs from last season,
and it wasn't really until halfway through the second period that it looked like the Canes were getting in a rhythm of actually playing a game. But then Juraj Slafkovsky scored twice in the third period. One absolutely beautiful goal, 7 minutes in, to go up 5-2. It was like guys, don't come for me. I don't actually play hockey, obviously, but it was a toe drag on Andrei Svechnikov.
Stunning.
It was beautiful.
Stunning work.
It was his 4th goal of the postseason. His 5th and 2nd of that game was an empty netter with 2:28 remaining. And then the Canes pulled their goalie with over 5 minutes remaining in the third.
My thing is, and we've spoken on this, it pisses me off with the goalies. If you know that they're having a bad night, you need 4 or 5 goals, and the third period's mostly over. Why are you pulling your goalie now? You should have done it after the first.
Well, they didn't change goalies. They just pulled him out of net to have an extra attacker on ice.
No, I'm saying they should have pulled Freddie Anderson after the first period.
Honestly, I think
they've pulled goalies before. Like, come on.
I think they should have as well. I agree.
I just think it's rude when you know that your goalie is having an off night and you just keep him in there. All it does is psychologically mess with him more. Like,
but
come on.
I also have to think about, because I remember one time Trip Tracy talking about this actually, and he was like, well, if you know it's your guy, like if you know that you want him to continue to play the rest of the series and you're already probably not going to win this game, you might as well keep him in, because if you pull him, then he like actually doesn't get into a rhythm, and he just like won't be able to get into it for the rest of the series, which like I understand. I have mixed feelings, but they had an empty net for like the last 5 minutes of the game.
If Trip Tracy said it, I believe him. To me, I'm like,
yeah,
just call it. It's Freddie Anderson. He's going to be starting the next game.
Yeah.
Let the other goalies get some playoff experience. Like, this game's over, you know? But that's just me.
Is Jacob Fowler the backup right now?
Jacob Fowler,
I think he is.
I can't remember if Bussy's still hurt or not. I know Jacob Fowler's definitely there. Jacob Fowler's had...
It might be
playoffs.
Bussy.
I think it's Bussy.
Honestly, Carolina's got elite goaltenders.
I'm gonna
Freddie Anderson, Jacob Fowler, Brandon Bussy, and Pyotr Kochekov.
Yeah, they've got too many. They need to get rid of at least one.
Yeah, well, like 3 of them are injured.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I can.
But Bussy had a really good regular season, so.
I love Brandon Bussy and his fiance. I love all the goaltenders and their fiancés.
I agree.
Except I don't think Jacob Fowler's got one, but Jacob Fowler is also quite young.
No, Jacob Fowler is a sweet little angel pie.
Yeah.
To me, I don't know him that well, but everything I see about him supports golden retriever therapy.
Yeah, I agree. And let's see. Oh, and at the end of the game, the Habs had outshot the Canes 28-21, which is
rare.
Nobody really outshoots the Canes. They just literally kind of sucked it up. I will say it did make me sad post game. Jacob Slavin said that he puts most of the blame on himself, which he
should.
He was -4, and he was the only Cane that was -4.
Look, man, a lot of that was
he had an assist.
It could have been prevented with you.
He had an assist on another team's goal. Maybe not on the box sheet, but yeah.
That's a bad night.
It also made me laugh. So William Carrier is from Quebec, and he plays for the Canes, in case you didn't know. After that game, he said a lot of his friends and family are actually rooting for Montreal in this series.
Yeah, of course.
And it honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
It just made me laugh because I was like, I guess I didn't think about how your friends would probably not swap teams for you.
God, no. I'm not swapping teams.
God,
they
no.
get traded too much.
God, no. Granted. Okay. Game 2, also in Raleigh.
Can I speak?
Oh. I thought you said you didn't have any.
I said I had 2 things to say after you ran the analysis.
Okay.
Which I've already said one. I just, in the spirit of post-game interviews, I think Stahl actually put it pretty well. And he said there wasn't enough respect for them, and they played a great game. They were ready to roll, and we weren't. And that is aptly put, sir.
No, I think that's great.
I just really appreciate him saying that they basically underestimated them and didn't respect them enough. I'm like, I know. You thought you were playing teenagers. You didn't realize that you were playing dogs.
They're like the little white dogs with the crusty faces. They'll attack you and they'll do damage. But they're often underestimated because of their size.
Sure, Jan.
I just saw your reaction in this. Okay, game 2. Carolina decided they did know how to play a game. And I actually wrote at the beginning of my notes, I think Carolina's going to dominate this game since they were so slow in game 1. And they did score first, Eric Robinson, 2 minutes, 33 seconds in. It was a shot by Carrier, deflected by Robinson. As he's skating, he reached back with his stick to deflect it in. And it was pretty sick, I gotta say.
It was
sick. Wow. That's my note. So then Sloth. I think I was a bit dramatic on this. Granted, I think the announcers were a bit dramatic on this. 4 minutes and 30 seconds into the first, Sloth goes down. I don't even really know what happened. All I know is a camera cut to him and he's down on the ice and he's like crawling back to the bench. And so you would think, oh, he lost a skate blade. No, because then he got up and finally skated to the bench. So I don't know if he blocked a shot. It was just shaken up, but I was a little worried that he's injured, but nah, he's fine. Habs score on a power play, Josh Anderson.
We know him.
Period. And then they called Jordan Martinook. I said, who? We got Martinook and Ivan.
Who the fuck are these guys?
And, well, what did they say? Svechnikov.
Yeah.
You forgot the...
we shouldn't be saying anything because we just spent like 3 minutes this episode alone trying to figure out how to say one person's name right without doing any research into it.
We don't get paid to say it on national television, though.
That's true.
Yeah. Okay, Svechnikov...
It's just a storm.
Okay.
This is my favorite type of weather. Oh my God.
Yeah.
This is why I can make it in Vancouver.
Period. Okay, Svechnikov gave Lane Hudson a shove after the whistle.
He's a wee little guy, too.
Struble comes in and pulls him off of Lane, and Svech literally just dropped to the ice, like threw himself down on the ice, and Jaden Struble got a reffing penalty.
Which is just bullshit.
And I'm like, wow, give him a Grammy, Actor of the Year. I think Svech should have gotten an embellishment, but whatever. The Habs killed off the penalty, and then Svechnikov did get a penalty not too long after for boarding Josh Anderson. He looks fine. I mean, he got up and didn't even look shaken up, but damn.
I don't even remember that one.
Yeah, it was a crazy sequence because
yes.
Svech was in front of the net, clearly waiting to deflect a puck or whatever. Dobej grabbed his leg, and Svechnikov started skating away, but Dobej is holding onto his leg. And so then Svechnikov fell down, and he got back up and boarded Josh Anderson.
Dobej causes so... It happened too frequently that he causes penalties and or violence.
Yeah, I mean, Dobej didn't get a penalty out of it, which was nice.
No, he's not ever going to.
It just made me
so I don't know what that voice I just did was. That was not.
He did get a penalty in the third period.
But like, he's not ever going to serve it, so it doesn't ever really land. He's just like, fair. I said what I said.
Oh, speaking of Dobej, in the third period, Carrier's stick got stuck in his skate blade. Dobej's skate blade.
Yeah.
And Dobej still made a stop with it stuck in his skate. Dano, basically. I mean, I'll leave it at that. That's fine. Dobej did take a penalty.
I want to know what was going to come after that.
So, I was just going to go into more detail. Carrier's stick got stuck in Dobej's skate. Dano had the puck, turned it over. Dobej made the save with the puck, with the skates, with the stick.
With the stick still in the skate.
Yeah, that one. And that was all. I was just going to go into more detail and repeat myself again.
I liked it.
Dobej did take a penalty, though, an interference penalty on Jankowski, and Nikolai Ehlers scored to put the Canes up 2-1. At the buzzer of the second, Texier slashed Keandre Miller. It wasn't even really a slash. I don't know if the NHL does spearing penalties. I know the P-Dub does.
It was most definitely spearing.
It was a spearing penalty.
There was no slash. Like, it was here.
No, it was in it.
Well, I guess he
could have just punched him in the balls and that would have been the same effect. And it was such an undisciplined penalty, and just like for no reason. The buzzer had sounded
for the love of the game.
Well, then
but like, that is my Shayla.
Also, the puck wasn't anywhere near either of them, and then they reviewed it at the end of the period for a 5-minute major,
and I'm like, he's got a cup on. Like, what kind of damage were you really gonna do?
It's about the audacity. Also, how much do those cups actually protect? Because you've seen Sidney Crosby's via the internet.
His is old as shit.
I know. I'm like, there's no way that they actually.
That's not a normal. That's a cry for help if I've ever seen one.
Honestly, I think Texier should have gotten a 5-minute. He only got a 2. People were big mad about it, but Oh, I said I don't know what the actual count for how long the Canes spent in the offensive zone, but I felt like it was 80% of the period. And then the third, the Canes came back ready to play. However, Josh Anderson scored to tie the game with 7 minutes and 9 seconds remaining. He scored both Montreal goals. They go to overtime. All caps, bold. Lane Hudson's hurt!
Put Josh Anderson on the Rays list.
Yeah. I don't know how long his contract's valid for, but make it longer.
Make it longer, make the money more.
Lane Hudson, this specific moment, so I didn't even catch it on the broadcast. They're playing whatever, and then I hear, ah! You could hear it very clearly.
I love when the mics catch something like that, though.
Bro, me too. And I just see him on the ice. So, of course, I rewound because they're going to show me the replay, but I'm not going to be able to see the actual force of the impact.
You want to be at the scene of the crime, yeah.
Taylor Hall. I didn't know. I mean, I know
Taylor Hall's
Hall.
a fucking menace.
He is. But Jesus Christ, that hit, I think that would have killed me. But there was
small guy.
And there was also no whistle. He got up, was in clear pain, cleared the puck out of the zone.
Because he's Lane Hudson.
And then started skating to the bench. But then the puck came back, so he stayed out.
Fuck!
He was like, you gotta get out. And yeah, I think he kept the puck out again and then went to the bench. I was like, only Lane Hudson would take that hit, clear the puck, and then stay out for like an extra shift, essentially.
Lane Hudson just caught like 2 or 3 strays in that game, and I didn't like it because he didn't deserve it. And also, he's small. Take on Gooley, Slop, someone your size, you know?
Yeah. So then Nikolai Ehlers scored 3 minutes and 29 seconds in for his second goal of the night and the overtime winner for the Canes to win a game at home.
Yeah, he had a great game.
He did. He kind of flies under the radar. Honestly, even in between during the intermission before overtime, they were all taking guesses on who they think is going to score the goal, and literally nobody said Nikolai Ehlers. I don't think I heard his name at all.
No, I mean, I'm pretty sure I thought it was going to be Robinson, personally.
I mean, I thought it was going to be Aho.
Yeah, Aho did show up in the second game, but...
Yeah. I mean...
I need more from you, Diva. The city needs you. This is my final.
Oh, it is pouring.
Oh, yeah, it's dark It's dark. Should we tell some ghost stories? I can tell you about my nightmares this week.
Speaking of nightmares, there
were some Canes players in them.
Yeah, they panned to Dobej, and he's literally just sat on the ice like this. And it made me upset.
I hate a sad goalie shot. Don't ever show me that shit. Don't show me a sad bench either.
No.
Just don't.
No.
It's so fucking
Just show
rude.
me the people that are happy.
I can still see the Charge players crying on the ice.
Get it away from me.
Like, who is it for? Who does it help?
And then...
Is it mindful? No. It's hurtful.
It's not demure at all.
I'm going to report you for it.
My last note was I thought that I'd be really happy on game days since I love both teams, but in actuality, I am a bundle of anxiety because no matter which team loses, I'm also sad.
I'm having a really fun time with that series, actually. Last season, I was a mess.
This is a great Stanley Cup final.
Or like last playoffs, I was a mess. But this, I'm just loving it because this is my final, you know?
This is my final.
And they're both playing... Well, after game 2, I did say, like, they are both playing well. So
yeah. Game 2 was very entertaining.
It's a win-win. I'll be fine with whoever.
I do hope that they win in Montreal tonight.
For the love of God, would it kill y'all to play at, like, 6? Why are we playing so late?
Why are we playing so late? Because I'm pretty sure Montreal is an hour ahead of us, which means they aren't starting play until 8. Right?
And it's like a Monday. Like, what is that about?
It is a Monday.
Can you just make it a better schedule for me? That's all I'm asking for. Me personally,
I'll send you what hours work for me, and you can just make the schedule around me. That'd be great, actually.
Abby and I were talking about off campus because we're still like trying to figure out when we're going to do it and whatever. And she asked if we could record an episode today or tomorrow, I can't remember, or like watch it. And I was like, I have so much to do. She was like, you always have so much to do. And that's how I feel about any game that starts after 7. Who is it for?
I'm also like, I have work tomorrow. You have clinicals tomorrow.
Yeah.
So realistically, we're only going to get to watch the first period and then go to bed.
I mean, I stay up later than you, so I normally watch
true.
the first, second. Honestly, most of the time, I might stay up and watch the third. I always regret it, though.
Yeah.
I don't stay up past 10 unless it's a final. It was game 4 of the Victoire and the Charge.
It's not just that game.
Then you're like, something I'm working on.
And you're like, why does my sleep schedule suck? And then you continue to do it.
I'm working on it.
Yeah.
I'm aiming for a hard 10:15, and I've met that every time. Like I'm like be asleep by 10:15ish, which means I have to put my phone down like around 10ish, which means
what time did you text me last night? The other night I woke up and she had cleaned out our hall closet, which first of all is crazy that I slept through that.
I am a nocturnal creature.
Yeah.
Which makes it really difficult to have my schedule for life be just daytime activities, and early ones at that. It's just not how I was built. I'm just having to fight my nature. What do you want from me? I'm just a girl. What time did I text you the other night?
Girl. You texted me at like 10:50 the other night.
That was an off night.
Pretty sure you had work the next day.
Let's see.
She's always like, I went to bed before 11 last night, and then I woke up at 4 a.m. I don't know why I'm so tired.
Yeah, it was 10:43. But we don't have to talk about that. Because what is time? It's actually just a social construct.
Meanwhile, I'm in bed asleep by like 9:30 at the latest.
I'm doing better. I'm aiming for 9:30 with a real cutoff of 10.
I always have required more sleep than you have.
I've always been a poor sleeper, even from like as early as 6 on. I've been a horrible sleeper. I don't sleep through the night. I'm like a newborn. I just constantly have nightmares. I don't really have good dreams, so it's not like an enjoyable experience. It's not something I really look forward to.
My parents used to say all the time about how I started sleeping through the night at like 3 months old. And even when I would wake up, I wouldn't bother anybody. I would just lay there.
Yep.
Anyways.
We'll see you next week.
Yeah, we'll see you next week with either our wrap-up of the playoffs or...
There definitely will be a wrap-up.
Even if we start watching off campus, we'll still give a recap of what happened in the finals if Vegas goes. But everybody say a prayer to whatever God you do or don't believe in.
Just the ones you do believe in.
Just the ones you do believe in. If you want to light some sage, do whatever to help Colorado win this series. Please. For
the betterment of us all.
Yeah.
That's all.
That's all.
Have a good afternoon.
Bye.
See you next week. Bye.